Christ. I can't take it. I don't know what he's gonna do next. And the people that voted for him, they don't know what he's gonna do next. But they have a different tone, I think. You know, I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna do next, but I think they're like, I don't know what he's gonna do next, man. This is crazy. Then why'd you vote for him? Hey, shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's what he ran on, so that makes sense. I mean, I'm afraid of my phone. I'm afraid of my phone. I can't check the news. I'm terrified to refresh the news browser on my phone. You wake up, you're like, do I have coffee first, or should I check it now? I don't know what he did while I was sleeping. And is there nervousness? You know, like, it's terrifying, because you know it's not gonna be good. It's just not gonna be good. You're not gonna do it and be like, oh, okay, great. It's not gonna happen. And I couldn't figure out, what was that feeling that I was experiencing every time I refreshed the news browser on my phone. And it must be akin to an abusive stepfather kicking your bedroom door in just to go, I'm burning the house down. And then he walks out and shuts the door behind him. And you're sitting there with your phone going, I should go, right? Where can I go? And it's just crazy. It's just, the people he's appointing is crazy. It's gotten to the point where I can say things to you that would never make sense previous. But now you'd be like, all right. Like, I can walk up to you like, hey man, did you hear they're making the Grand Canyon a landfill? What? Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, I guess. But what's their logic? Well, how many times you gotta see that thing, They're just gonna do half of it, and the other half you can still see. But I bet people go see the garbage too, because that's a lot of garbage. It's gonna be a double thing now. Yeah, I mean, I could see why they would do that. It's okay to hunt at zoos now. What? Yeah, the new EPA guy, I don't know. I guess it's okay, like, right, I guess that makes sense with their logic, I guess. It's gonna be a whole different thing for the kids now, I guess, though, But a lot of those animals are almost extinct anyways. Might as well just get it over with, Extinction's sort of a proactive term with these guys. Some things you never thought you'd say, like, wow, these Nazis are annoying. Did I just say that? Is this real life? Did I say that? And now, people for years are coming out as Trump voters, like they were hedging their bets for a while, but now they're like, nothing is okay to admit it to my friends. People you've known forever, they're like, yeah, I voted for him, and then that first thought is like, well, now I got a decision to make. The fuck do I do with you now? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that to everybody? Well, come on, you knew I was a Republican. I just voted party line. Both of them were bad. I wasn't gonna vote for her. She was a crook. Was she a crook, or was she just a nice older lady that didn't understand her phone? I've got 2 email accounts on my phone. I screw up sometimes. There's no international consequence, just usually me going like, oh shit, now that idiot has my real email address. And be hearing from him more than I want to be. But then I try to have a conversation with these people because I know them, and I don't want this polarization. At some point, we're gonna have to bridge it. So I'm like, just explain to me really why. I mean, how are we gonna communicate now? And he's like, well, come on, man, we're all Americans. And I'm like, no. Not enough, it's not gonna be enough. Well, come on, everyone loves, Tom Petty and burritos. Yeah, that's true, but I don't think petty is enough to bridge this gap. I just don't think that he has that power at this juncture. And they're like, why would we just don't talk about politics? I'm like, here's what bugs me, man. There are people that had to climb out of their hate holes to vote for this guy. They never voted before. They had to figure out where to vote and how to do it. They had to take time away from hating, which was hard for some of them, and vote for this guy. And now you're aligned with them. You're on the same side as them. You're part of that. And they're like, well, I bet you that guy likes petty. You know, I mean, I think if you, seriously, man, if you just talk to them, stayed away from politics, they're just people, man. You know, I'm like, well, what, you mean I'm gonna go to Chipotle with that guy? Sit there and be like, wow, you prefer the bowl over the burrito? Interesting. Yeah, I like the bowl. Oh yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, Tom Petty, you like Petty? Oh, I fucking love Petty. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. I hate Jews, though, I hate Jews. Yeah, it's going south quick. Maybe we shouldn't talk about politics. As if that's politics. I don't know, man. Look, I will admit, if this guy does anything good, I'll admit it. I'm not saying it's going to be good for people that didn't vote for him, and it's still okay to say that in this country. I did not vote for him. But for us, it's not going to be good. It's always going to be horrible. We're not going to one day wake up in the next 3.5 years and go like, holy shit, this turned around. It's not. We're just going to have to eat that. We're going to have to suck that up and fight the fight that we can fight, but it's not going to be good. But if he does anything good, I'll admit it. That said, if it's much worse than we ever anticipated, which is really fucking bad, the people that voted for him are going to have to apologize. That's all. They just got to apologize. I just need a little eye contact. Look, even if we only have 8 minutes before the missiles hit, I'm going to need a little eye contact and a few words. Even if it's like, oh man, I didn't think you'd do this. This is crazy, bro. Sorry. Petty rules, though, right? Fucking petty. Cue free falling. And look, you know, the sad part is, it's not sad, but if you're of like-minded as I am, no one's got our backs in government, and that's hard. And now we got to have each other's backs, and we should do that anyways. But now you might have to, step up, in public, because one thing the popular vote means is that there's no social mandate on being a douchebag in public. So it might be on you to say things like this sometimes. Hey, it's still not okay to do that. You might have to find that courage. And I don't always have that kind of courage. I'm not the most courageous guy. I'm sort of an alpha pussy. Yeah, we exist. There's the classic alpha male, just a meathead, rage-filled, like, "Rah!" And then there's the alpha pussy who makes fun of that guy. You're like, that guy's a douchebag. Yeah, why don't you say it to his face? Because I'm saying it to you. This is our hierarchy, that's theirs. This is how that works. I don't know how much time I have left. Not in this set, in life. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not sick, I'm not dying, but I don't know. I'm at that point where you're getting, I'm like 53, and you start to wonder, like, how much time do I got left? And it's playing into my decision-making process. Like if my girlfriend wants to watch a movie I don't want to watch, I'm like, I don't want to die during that. I don't want to. I'd hate that to be the time. That, let's make a better choice. I think we can make a better choice. Like if someone comes up to me, it's like, oh man, you don't listen to Fish? You gotta listen to Fish. I don't know how much time I got left. I really, And what if I like it? That's like the rest of my life, right? I got no more room in my heart or my mind for another jam band, man. I mean, I got half the Grateful Dead catalog in there, and I think like 3 or 4 Allman Brothers songs. I'm maxed out. I'm filled up. And if you're ever asking me this question, have you seen that documentary with it? Stop right there. I don't know how much time I got left. It's too many documentaries. They said, let's slow down on the documentaries. We're all loaded up. We got enough for now. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. There's some good ones out there, but there are some bad ones. Sometimes I think documentary filmmaking is just a Hail Mary pass for someone almost giving up on the medium. You know, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but just because you have an iPhone and your cat is sick doesn't make you a genius. I'm going to call it 1 out of 9. It's about my cat dying, but it's also about me accepting failure. I think this is much better than the one I made about my dad's struggle to buy pants in an unfamiliar store. I just don't know how much time I have left. And I don't think I'm afraid to die. I prefer it happens quickly. Like the transition, I just wanted to be like boom, boom. You know, I'd like my last words to be something like, wait, what? That'd be preferable. But the reason I don't think I'm afraid to die is this weird reason. It's a weird reason. Because I've always had this recurring image in my head, and I never understood it till now, and I think I misinterpreted it before. I'll just share it with you, because I don't know what you would do, but it's a recurring image I get, and it's just me hanging from a cliff. That's where we enter. Me hanging from a cliff. I don't know why I'm hanging from a cliff. I know there's no one around. I don't know what happened, but I'm hanging from a cliff. And I never picture myself climbing back up. It's only a matter of time before I'm like, oh. And I think that's because I'm not afraid to die. I also think it's because, I'm not a control freak. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, anyone could scramble back up. It takes real courage just to let go. And I don't have a God in place. It just wasn't put there. And, I'm 53, and I don't think it's going to happen. The wheels would really have to come off, for me to find God at this age. But I think I'm spiritual, maybe. I don't know. Nah, probably not. Like, when did this question become so popular? Like, I get it like 3 or 4 times a week. Hey, are you meditating? Do you meditate? It's like, what's happening? Why is everyone asking me that? Like, does that happen to you, or is it crazy? Like, are you meditating? Like, wait, are you guys part of the same team? Why are you at? No, I'm not fucking meditating. I know what it is, but I'm not doing it. I've done it. I did not get the desired results. I know how to meditate. I get, you got to sit quietly and comfortably. Be mindful. That's another word getting way too much usage. Be mindful. When did that become a word, everyone? That's everywhere. Be mindful. What is that? It's a meditation word. Be mindful. Be mindful of your breath. And this was me, meditating the one time I did it. Mindful of my breath. Just be mindful of your breath, and thoughts will come, but don't lock onto them. Don't attach yourself to the thoughts. Just let them go by. Let the thoughts come, but let them go by. All right, so I'm mindful of my breath. Let the thoughts go by. I don't know what the hell he's gonna do. Ooh. I don't know how much time I have left. Oh, okay. My dad's an asshole. That one's not going by. That one's staying. But in all honesty, I got to where you needed to be. The one time I meditated successfully, I cleared my mind, I cleared my ego, everything was open. I hit that point of Zen, and all I could hear was my breath and my heart beating. And right at that moment, I thought, this could fucking stop at any second. And I ejected right out of it, because that is not the desired result of meditation. I don't know how to have fun. How do you have fun? How do you guys do it? Like, I don't think I would have come to this show. Like, if like Marc Maron's playing, I'm like, nah. I like him, but like, I got to go down to I don't know. And I think it's genetic, really. You know, like, my dad's alive. Wrong tone? Is that the wrong tone? Wait, let me try again. I'm blessed to have my father still with us. But sometimes, some days, it's like, when? But no, it's negative. But do you remember the day you realized your dad was a fucking idiot? Do you remember that day? It's a pretty important day, because you spend a lot of time thinking like, he's great, my dad's great, he's the greatest guy in the world, probably longer than you should. And then one day the fucking other shoe drops and you're like, holy shit, and when did he turn into an idiot? You know? Like, my father used to be a doctor and he screwed that up somehow, but he was a bright man and he did his job and I was very impressed with him. And I don't know, something went wrong. Like, I don't know, like, I got a phone call from him once. He was all upset. And I'm like, what's the matter, Dad? And he goes, I just don't understand why I didn't win the lottery. Wait, what? Yeah, I play every day. I don't get why I'm not winning. I'm like, oh my God, when did you become a fucking idiot? Like, I said to him just to feel him out, I'm like, so what would you do, Dad, if you won the lottery? And he just immediately goes, well, I'd do everything I wanted to do. I would do everything I want to do. And I go, like what? And there's a beat and he goes, yeah, you're right. That quick? You did. So like, it's genetic and I don't want, like, I'm already there. That's it. Like, nothing, can't do nothing. Like, I don't know what people do. What am I supposed to do, you know? I play guitar, that's nice. I'm just happy I never wanted to be a professional guitar player because, you know, now my hobby isn't haunted by failure, you know what I mean? Like, my guitar isn't some sort of broken dream vessel, you know? Is that too hard for this crowd? A little too hard? A little too close to home? I apologize. Might be a couple dudes out there in the audience that are like, fuck, Maron, I just started playing drums again. Brought you a CD tonight, and like, it's from 2002, but we were good. Yeah, I don't know what to do. What do you do? Like, I don't, you know, I know there's things I'm supposed to like. You know, I'm a smart guy. I'm relatively sophisticated. I'm interested in things. Like, you know, people like, when people go like, do you want to go to the museum? Like, inside I'm thinking like, oh, no. But you don't say that. You're like, oh, wait, what's going on down there? What's going on? And like, I don't want to close my mind. I've looked at a lot of art. I like art, and but I think I've seen enough. I think I'm all done. Is that wrong? I mean, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to discourage anyone from doing it. I'm done, I think. And also, there's a problem I have at museums. Like, if I go to a museum, like right when I walk in, and get to the desk where you pay for the ticket, the donation, the suggested donation. Like right when I'm putting money down, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I don't know what just happened, I'm exhausted. Is there a mid-century bench that's not part of an exhibit that I could maybe just take a little snooze on, a little nappy? Like I could see half a painting in that room over there and I don't know what it wants. I don't know what it needs from me, and I'm tired. I'm just tired. I get the same feeling when I go to Home Depot. You ever go to Home Depot? to buy a little thing, like I need an extension cord. I'll just go to Home Depot. Don't do it. You just walk in, you're like, oh my God, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Is there any constructed piece of mattress furniture that I could just lay down on a second? And I think it both comes from the same place. It's a deep, knowledge that there's just a lot of things I don't understand, and I'm probably not going to. But what do people do? I don't know what you do. What do you do? You binge watch things? I don't know. I don't know where you get the time. I don't know what's going on. I can't handle the media landscape. Too many options, too much shit. I mean, like my analogy for the media landscape is like, you ever driven past a landfill, just like a giant mountain of garbage that doesn't even look like garbage anymore? There's like that weird dirt in it. You know, that's sort of like, but you could see little pieces of garbage, and it's got those horrible birds flying over it. And you're driving by it, and you only have two thoughts in no particular order. One is like, oh my God, look at that, that's disgusting. But the other thought is always like, I bet you there's some good stuff in there. Like, I bet you there's a box of money in there that someone just forgot. Or like maybe some old stamps, collectible stamps. Or maybe a ring that's still on a finger. That's sort of like the media landscape. You know, if you can find that ring on that finger. I mean, I oddly, I'm old enough, and this is not an old guy thing, but it's just like, I remember when there were 3 networks, and that was okay. That was enough. Why is it like it is now? Okay, there weren't as many choices, and we weren't getting all the information, but we were all kind of on the same page, give or take a show or two. Right? I mean, now I've had people ask me if I've seen a show, and not only have I not heard of the show, but when they tell me where it's on, I don't even know what that is. When did that happen? Someone just comes up to you all excited. Hey, dude, are you watching Turd Journey? Wait, did you say Turd Journey? Yeah, Turd Journey. There's 40 episodes of Turd Journey on. What? Wait, Turd Journey? Yeah, it's not what it sounds like. Well, it kind of is, but it's about more than that. Turd Journey, you got to check it out. Where's it on? Oh, shit, you got to download Clomper. Do you have Clomper? It's an app for your phone or your computer. You become part of the Clomper community. You can watch all 40 Turd Journeys and Savage Dicks. You ever watch Savage Dicks? That's on Clomper. It's not what it sounds like. Well, it kind of is, but it's about more than that. And there's like some Savage Dick Turd Journey crossover. It's hilarious. I'm like, wait, on Clomper? Yeah, you got to download Clomper for Turd Journey. Savage Dicks. Clomper? Yeah, Clomper. Oh, shit. They have Clomper docs now. They have Clomper docs. There's this one called 1 Out of 9 about this guy's cat dying. But it's not just about that. It's about more than that. It's about his cat dying, but it's really about him failing. It's pretty good. And it's got a surprise ending. Spoiler alert! Yeah, it turns out the cat gets better and the guy gets sick. Clomper docs. Clomper. I'm like, I don't know how much time I got left, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't do things. I don't do stuff. I don't know why I don't do stuff. I kind of know why. All right, example. I got an opportunity to see the Rolling Stones. I was given tickets to see the Rolling Stones the first date of their last stadium tour, San Diego, right? The first day, I was given tickets on the field. And the day I was given those tickets, my first thought was like, fucking parking's gonna... That's gonna be a clusterfuck. Parking down there in an arena. Are they even equipped for that? Do they have lots? What's up down there? What? And my friend Dean was like, oh, we're going. It's the Stones. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't, all right. But then I had to examine, why didn't I want to go see the Stones? And there was like there's a couple levels of excuses. Like part of me was like, well, Bill Wyman's not playing bass anymore, so they're not really the Stones. He hasn't played with them for 20 years. That's like saying, like, I haven't bought a Stones record since Brian Jones died. It's just not a viable excuse. So then I thought about it more and I realized, like, oh, you know what it is? It's because they're old. Now, I'm not being an ageist, right? I just didn't want it to be sad. I have a lot of belief and faith and love for the Rolling Stones. They are bigger than life. They're my favorite band. They've been there for me forever. They need to stay the Rolling Stones. I can't go to a Rolling Stones show and be like, oh no. I can't let that happen. I was concerned. I was actually concerned for the Stones. I'm like, I don't even think they should be doing it anymore. But we went. Dean and I went, parked on the 4th level of the structure. And we get down to the field, and everyone, there's people all ages. Dean's looking around, a lot of reading glasses out. There were guys older than me, guys my age, young people, because they're the Stones. Greatest rock and roll band in the world, mythic, the Rolling Stones. I think I was the only one there who was concerned. I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know, a little worried. Everyone's like, yeah, and I'm like, So, I was really worried. So the opening band does their thing. Then they bring them out, the Rolling Stones, and they all come out, and I'm like, And so then there's Keith. Keith's doing a good job of being Keith at 72. His hair's natural color. He's not dangling shit from it anymore. He's looking good. He's doing a few of these. Couple of these. But not pushing it, doing a good job. From what I could see of Charlie, he's looking good, he's solid, gray hair, solid on the drums, looking good. Ronnie's a problem. His hair's dyed, he's running around, it's a little embarrassing, but he's the kid. He's 68, so I'm gonna give Ronnie a pass. Now, if you're a real Stones fan, I believe that some part of you just tolerates Mick Jagger, all right? You know he's important, he's the Rolling Stones, but it's Mick Jagger. So when Mick came out, it was different. Like, Mick comes out and right away he's like, and like, part of me was like, oh my, isn't he a little old to be? Like I was like, I don't know if he should be doing that. That man his age. I was embarrassed, you know? But then, like, I settled into it. I'm like, well, he's Mick Jagger. He does that. If anyone's gonna do that, let Mick do it. So I settled in, and I was like, all right, okay, it's not sad. It took him like 3 songs to pull it together, but I like that. It's sort of like rock and roll's dirty. It's fucked up. Let him figure it out. So by the 4th song, I was up on my chair, like, yeah, you know. But then something happened. Well, it was kind of rough and beautiful at the same time. So they're gonna do Moonlight Mile from Sticky Fingers, challenging song for the Stones at any age. He's gotta do falsetto, it's a slow song. They put him way out in the audience on his own platform, Mick, with a guitar. I think the other guys were kind of concerned. They were like, you know, and I'm watching him, and he's doing it, and he's hitting it, man. He's hitting the falsetto. It's working, like he's in it. And out of nowhere, I just start crying. I'm crying. Like I look like one of those black and white photographs of those like 16-year-old girls in the 60s. Like tears are running down my face. And right in the middle of that moment, something horrible happened. They got the big screen and they go right in on Mick's face, like right here. And there it is, 50 feet big. And I'm like, oh God, why are you doing that to Mick? You could see everything, all the lines and the dyed hair. I'm like, dude, stop it, take it down. And it was sad. I was like, this is so horrible. Why are they doing that? And I just kept looking at him. And all of a sudden, it like just hit me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This is amazing. that these guys are still doing those songs now with all this experience and pain and wisdom and just life behind them, brings a depth to it that wasn't there before. It's fucking unbelievable. They're still the huge rolling, it's like beautiful. I mean, because I started thinking about it, it's like, it's a lot riskier for those guys to be doing this shit now than it was in 1972. I mean, in 1972, if Richards was like fucked up on heroin and he fell into a Marshall stack in the middle of the show and they had to cancel it, half the audience would be like, fucking Keith! Man, he was so fucked up. They couldn't even finish. I love it. They didn't care. But now, like, they're old and they're doing this shit and they're running around. Like, there was points where I'm like, come on, take it easy, fellas. Don't go crazy. Because Mick's running. He's running from side to side. And I was just like, slow down, because what if it was like, he was just like, yeah. Keith, help me, Keith. Oh, God. It's happened. It's happened. Like, if that happened, an entire generation of people would just be out there going like, fuck, it's over. Mick is down. We're dying. We're dying. He didn't go down, though. He did not go down. They stayed. They stayed the Rolling Stones. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Not proud of it, but Dean, my buddy Dean, he's in his 50s, too. He's 50. And we watched the whole concert, and then they left. And we knew they were going to do one encore, right? So me and Dean are sitting there, and they come back out, and they go into Satisfaction. And I swear to God, at the same time, we look at each other and we're like, let's go. Let's do it. Let's beat the crowd. And like Dean lit up. He's like, yeah, let's go. So now we got a mission. You know, we're running. We're like, let's go. And like we get out. We got to get out of an arena. And then we hear him go into You Can't Always Get What You Want. And we could hear that they brought on stage like an entire choir. And I'm like, oh shit, a choir. Dean's like, we can hear it. Just keep going. We get up, we run up the stairs, we get to the car, and we're driving down. As we're pulling out of the garage, we see the crowds break. Just this like wave of people coming out of the arena, and we're like, shit, do it! And we get out, and we get on the highway, and we beat the crowds free and clear. But sadly, I think that might have been the highlight of the night. Like, I think it might have been better than the concert. Like, we enjoyed the concert, but we could not have been more excited. We're like, dude, we're out. That concert was amazing, but we're out, we're driving. Put a Stone CD in. Let's put a Stone CD in. Play Exile. That concert was good, but it's not Exile. It was a good moment. Sometimes you do get what you want. I don't know why I'm hung up on this mortality thing. I don't know why. I think it's because like I had a near-death experience like not too long ago. I almost died. I went running, and I hadn't done it in a while. You know, and it was scary. It was touch and go, as far as I could tell. It was very close to death. Like, I don't know what you do, but like I don't exercise that much. I may look like I'm in shape, but I'm not really. I go through long periods of time where I don't exercise at all, and it takes a lot to get me to exercise. I don't know your life or what happens with you, but with me, the exercise thing is like, it's like 3 phases that have to happen before I actually exercise. Like, phase 1 usually is just me sitting at home, alone, doing nothing, and out of nowhere, I just look down, and I go, oh, fuck me! God damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it, why can't I just exercise? It's bullshit. Like, I gotta get back in shape. Then some part of your brain is like, what do you mean back? Like somewhere in my mind, I think that there was a period in time where I was hitting the gym like 3-4 times a week. I was running, hitting weights, so I was a little ripped. But in reality, I don't think that time ever happened. I don't think it ever existed. I think it's a mythology I've created for myself to judge myself against when I want to, hate myself because I have a little bit of time on my hands. So that doesn't always get me out. And then there's the next phase, which is you wake up and you're like, the only way I'm going to do it is if I get some new shoes. I got to get new shoes. Those shoes don't even work anymore. I got to get new shoes. You got to get the magic shoes. There's no magic shoes. There's no shoes that wake you up because they put themselves on your feet and started the process. Hey, what's going on? Wait, pants. We need pants. So you get the shoes, you put them in the closet, and you see them when you get your other shoes. And they're sort of like, are we doing it? And you're like, shut the fuck up. We'll do it when I want to do it. That's how I talk to my sneakers. I don't know who you are, your life is. But the way it has to happen, the way it happens to exercise really is like you have to be seized by the need to do it in a moment. Like the spirit has to move you. Just sort of like, I gotta go, I gotta do it now. And you do have to do it right then because that's your portal. That's your window back into doing it. You gotta do it when that hits you. And it hit me. It was 2:30 in the afternoon and it was 102 degrees outside. Now I hadn't run in like 2 years. I didn't let that stop me. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. I can run. So I put on my magic shoes and I grabbed my driver's license for easy tagging. I don't know about you, but I always take the driver's license. I got my iPhone, I'll get outside, I'm like, oh shit, I better get the license if I go down. Because they're not gonna crack an iPhone for a terrorist cell, they're not gonna do it for a mid-level celebrity dead on a hill. Better take the driver's license. So I'm out there running the hills. I'm doing hills. I haven't been out there. I don't even notice how hot it was because it's so hot. Like sweat's not even building up. And I get about 10 minutes in, all of a sudden, like my hands go numb. And I'm like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden I can't feel my arms. And I'm like, this isn't good. And then my heart starts going, and I'm like, holy shit. I had to take a knee. Outdoors. And appeal to a God that I don't have. And say, this doesn't happen here. This doesn't happen outside. It's an indoor thing and it's quick. Not outside. In a bathtub, in my sleep, something like that. Not out here. And I was sitting there, I was like, how many men's last words are, I got this? You know what I mean? What was I doing out there? Dumb pride, And then I got up, like I had this fear, like that I would be found just laying there outdoors, like some hipster couple with their dumb dog. Would just find me laying there and they'd be like, he did not have it today. Oh, look, it's like the first day out for those shoes, though. Look at those shoes. Come on, buddy, just stay away from them. It's not polite. Didn't happen, and I tell you what, I got up and I walked it off. That's how stubborn I am. I'm like, I got up and I still did. I didn't run, but I did the entire route. And then I called the doctor. Next day I called the doctor because I'm 53 and I should call the doctor when that happens. And they set me up at the cardiologist. So I go to the cardiologist. When you go to the doctor, you kind of want something to be wrong with you. Like not a major thing, but enough to not make you a fucking lunatic. So I go to the cardiologist. And I don't get it, man. They can put people in space. We can take money out around the world. They make all these developments. They can clone things, but they can't get a handle on this vessel. This is a closed system, confounding for some reason. Cannot figure it out, right? Isn't it crazy? So I go to this doctor. They do all the tests. They do a stress test, cardiogram, blood test. They do an ultrasound of my heart, and it's a girl. Sometimes you don't want to know, but I kind of knew. I think a lot of you knew. So you do all these fucking tests, and then the doctor comes out and he's like, yeah, you're great. You're in perfect shape. No problems. Perfectly fit. Everything, all the tests are good. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? It's like, you're healthy. And I'm like, well, what happened out there? on the hill when my hands went numb, my arm went numb, and my heart was skipping. What was that about? And a doctor, a real doctor, looked at me and said, "Who knows?" Shouldn't you know? Look, we'll see if it happens again. Let me know. No, I'm gonna call you before I go running, and you can come to my house and follow me in your car. How would that be? Who knows? I shouldn't have told my mom about it, because that gave her a reason to check in with me. I don't want to be negative. My mother's just inappropriate. She's always been inappropriate. No boundaries. It's disturbing. It's just disturbing. It is. And now someone's taught her how to use emojis. It's no good. It's never the right emoji. She's very partial to the smiley face with the hard eyes. And that's not the right one for your 53-year-old man son. That's not the right one. It's just not the appropriate emoji. All caps texts, all caps emails. She doesn't know how to make little letters. She somehow knows how to change the color of the emails, but she doesn't know how to make little letters. If the NSA is looking at all her emails, my mom's nickname is all caps in Florida. Not a national security threat, but she does make her 53-year-old man son uncomfortable when she sends an all cap text that says, "I love you," smiley face, hard eyes. What am I supposed to do with that? Look, I love my mother, but I'm not in love with her. I don't think I am. Inappropriate though. Like one time she sent me a manila envelope in the regular mail. No phone call, no heads up. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was from her because it had her needy scrawl on it. So, I opened it up, and there were 2 notarized forms in there. And I thought right away, this should have been a phone call. I don't even know what this is. But this looks like a phone call, or maybe a heads up, I'm sending some notarized forms to you. This was breakfast I was eating. And they were 2 documents. One was her desire to be cremated, and have her ashes spread somewhere over the Southwest, which I thought was good. It was broad, and it gave me a lot of options. Like, theoretically, I could drive 10 minutes into Arizona and just be like, "Adios, mama," you know? The other document was the DNR document. Look, people have to do this. It's important to do this, but I could have used a phone call. So this is the do not resuscitate document. Now, I didn't know that there's a list of people in order of preference who can do the unplugging. I didn't know that. I'm not pissed off, but I'm not number 1. It's my little brother. Why does he get to kill her? That's why she didn't call me. How's she gonna explain that to me? Her firstborn, who she's in love with. She did not trust me with that very delicate responsibility. But then I started thinking, like, well, you know what? Me and my brother aren't getting along that well. Maybe this is just her way of trying to get us to do something together. You know, that's what I thought. But what did she think? Did she think I was going to jump the gun or something? What did she think was going to happen? That I'd be in the hospital room, she's on the machine, and I'd be like talking to my brother, like, "Come on, do it, man. Just pull it. Pull it, bro. Just fucking do it." Mark, she's still talking. I know. But enough already, right? Let's wrap it up. My mother does not love that joke. You know, some people think that, like, comedy takes courage. I don't know if that's true. You know, I guess it is at some point. I don't even know if what I'm doing is comedy anymore. But I certainly don't have a lot of fear. But I'll tell you what, like part of my process, I'll share it with you. Like I don't write jokes really. I write, compulsive thoughts, on Post-its. Now, these take courage because I do these while I'm driving. Now, this is more dangerous than texting because I need both hands. I gotta hold the pad down on the wheel, then I gotta write, and I gotta focus on the important thought. So my life is put at risk and the life of others for these. So I figure I should share them since, many lives were hanging in the balance. Don't get too crazy. All right, so this one just says, my comfort zone is uncomfortable. That's worth dying for, right? Right? It's worth dying. This one says, I want people to like me, I just want to know why they do. I think that was worth taking out a pedestrian or two. Oh, here's one. This is interesting. The monster I created to protect the kid inside me is hard to manage. Not funny, but it's a thinker, right? It's a thinker. It kind of makes you think like, wow, that should be in a book with other things like that. Oh, this one just says, the trepidation of the Dave Matthews fan. It's hilarious to me that people respond to just that. Because you know who you are. It's not easy for them. It's not easy. They can't be out with that. You know what I mean? You can't just put that into the world. You don't know how that's going to be received. Not good, generally. The only place that Dave Matthews fan can truly be comfortable is when they're wearing sandals and cargo shorts, jigging around in an arena with other like-minded people. I hope these mushrooms aren't bunk again. Look, I don't need to shit on Dave Matthews. I don't need to take time to do that. I personally don't like him, but this came from a true, honest, beautiful human moment. I'll share that with you. But I do need to address the Dave Matthews thing. Like, look, I listen to a lot of music. I'm very open-minded. I can listen to Parliament in the morning, Bert Jansch in the afternoon, maybe some Graham Parsons, whatever. I mix it up. I'm not just dropping names to be hip. I have an open mind when it comes to music, but I cannot get through 2 of his songs. I can't get through, and I try. By midway through the second song, I get a type of boredom that's not even normal boredom. It's like, there's an edge to it. It's like an aggravated boredom. Like the boredom sets in and then I'm like, God, fuck, what the fuck, why? Like, I don't know what that is. But I know people like him and, and good for you. And I know it's hard for you guys. It's very hard to defend that. And the moment that I had, which was kind of beautiful, was it was great. I was in Iowa City doing a gig. Oh yeah, it's a very interesting town. Like I've never seen a town more separated into full-on sports meatheads and then the writers program. So there's just people that are just like, oh, we're gonna win, and then people like, oh, I'm still sad about David Foster Wallace. I'm never gonna get up. And somehow there's a perfect yin-yang to the thing. This complete... Okay, so I'm getting coffee in Iowa City. There's a guy getting coffee in front of me. He's ordering. There's a barista there. And the guy ordering coffee says to the guy making coffee, what are you doing this weekend? The guy making coffee looks up and he's like, oh, I'm going to a concert. And then naturally the guy ordering coffee goes, oh, really? Who are you going to see? And then the other guy stood up and I saw it in his face. Dave Matthews Band. And I felt for him. It was courageous. He put himself out there. That's hard. You don't know how it's going to land. It hung there for 2 really tense seconds. And then the other guy goes, oh, I fucking love Dave Matthews. And I was so happy for them that they had this moment. I knew in my heart they were both wrong. I knew that. But I was happy for them because I'm a big-hearted, tolerant person. Oh yeah, this one just says, I expect relief and life-changing impact from everything. It's a lot. And then there's like a second thought because there's a line here. So I must have stopped driving, just like. The other one says, the space between despair and orgasm is hard to fill. And that's not a time thing, that's a philosophical idea. So, some guy sent me a hat. Send me a hat, like, look, I don't know how hat companies stay in business. It was a gift, I guess, like, look, I'm a guy, I've been the guy on the street, just standing there, see a hipster guy with a hat, and you're like, I gotta get a fucking hat. I've been that guy. But I don't know how they stay in business. Anyways, this guy sent me a hat. It was a big hat, it was a fancy hat, it was a Stetson hat. I didn't really know the guy that well, but it was a gift. It wasn't a cowboy hat. It was like an 1800s derby looking hat, nice hat. But I would have had to change my entire life. To accommodate that hat. I knew two things when I opened that box. I'm like, that's a nice hat. I Googled it, it's a $100 hat, and it's never leaving the house on my head. It's never going out. Not gonna happen for that hat. Because, all right, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'll tell you. All right. I've been the guy in a store that sells big stupid hats, standing in front of a mirror with a big stupid hat on, saying, oh, hell yeah, this is my hat. I fucking love this hat. Now, it's good and important that you have someone you love there at that moment to helpfully say, yeah, don't buy a hat. Not gonna stop you though, because you're gonna be like, oh no, baby, this is my hat. Come on, you crazy? Look at this fucking hat. And then she'll say, all right, do what you want. Do what you want. And you buy that hat. You buy that hat, and the confidence that you had in front of that mirror doesn't even last 4 blocks out of the store. You walk out and you're like, why is everyone looking at my hat? It's too big? Am I not a big enough man to wear this hat? Well, did I just fuck up? Was she right? Is this a shitty hat? Am I a shitty person? Why'd I buy this hat? But now you're in, you've bought the hat, and you gotta go home. You're gonna have to make some decisions around that hat. Usually the first one is something along the lines of like, hey, I think I'm just gonna make this a house hat. Yeah, I'm just gonna wear it around the house, maybe outside if I go outside. But baby, it's too nice, I don't wanna lose it. Or, scuff it up. I'm just gonna wear it around the house. And she's like, uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with the hat. And you do it. You eat breakfast in the hat. You sit on the couch, you listen to records, wearing your big dumb hat. Maybe you put it on naked to try to get her to like the hat. Like, what about now? And she's like, no, take it off. It's stupid. Dumb decision. Then eventually it starts working your brain, and you're like, yeah, why did I get this hat? And that's the day it becomes a wall hat. You're like, I don't want to throw it out. It's so nice, I'm gonna hang it up like a picture. And you put a nail in the wall and you hang up your stupid nice hat with the other artwork on the wall. It's a wall hat. People come over, they're like, it's a nice hat. You wear that? Not anymore, it's too nice. Could you not touch it, please? Don't put it on, please don't put it on. Just leave it just put it back, thank you. It stays up on the wall a while until one day you realize, maybe in the middle of a bowl of cereal, you're like, why is that up there? That was a mistake. That was a shitty decision. That's a little shame gallery. Why do I have to be reminded that I bought that dumb fucking hat every day when I sit at this table? Fuck that hat. And that's the day it becomes a closet hat. That's officially closet hat day. It can stay in there for a long time, years even. And then one day you're cleaning out that closet, all the hate for the hat comes back. You're like, oh, fuck this hat. God damn it. I thought I got rid of this. And that's the day it becomes a Goodwill hat. And 3 days after it becomes a Goodwill hat, a hipster guy walks into Goodwill. And he sees the hat, he's like, holy shit. That's a nice hat. That's a $100 hat. $6, hell yeah. And he puts it on his head, and it looks like they've been together for centuries. Perfect symbiosis on a soul level. Everything makes sense. Two things have been brought together to make a whole. He buys that hat, and he leaves a happy man. And somewhere along his route, there's an old guy across the street looking at him going, I gotta get a fucking hat. And that is how the hat companies stay in business. Wow, I think I just wrote a children's book. The Hat by Marc Maron. This is my favorite book my mom got me. It's about a stupid, silly, sad man who wants a hat. He's in his store and he wants to get a hat, but she doesn't want him to. She doesn't even really like him. But he gets the hat anyways because this man is a stupid, silly, sad man. And then he leaves the store and he keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it's just a hat on the ground. And then he just shows up at home. I don't even know how that happened. He's so silly. And then he says, I'm just gonna wear the hat in the house. Then why did you buy it, stupid? So he's just wearing it in the house now. He wears it, he's eating cereal, he wears it on the couch, he wears it outside, he wears it in a tree, and then he wears it naked. He's naked in just a hat. And she still doesn't like him. She hates him, I think. And then he decides he doesn't like the hat anymore, but he's gonna hang it on the wall like a picture. He's so stupid and sad and silly. He hangs it on the wall. His friends come over. He's like, don't touch my hat. Don't put it on. Take the hat off. He's getting mean, the stupid, silly, sad man. Then one day he's sitting at the table looking at the hat. He's like, oh, I don't like that hat. And then he puts it in the closet. And that's where the magic shoes are from the other book. That's his other book. So it stays in the closet for a long time because he gets a cat. And then the cat gets old. And then the cat goes away. And then he gets another cat, and then he decides to clean the closet, and he sees the hat, and he's mad at it again. He's like, I hate this hat. And then he brings it to another store, but it's a sad store. All the other things in the store are crying. There are machines that don't even mean anything anymore, and they're crying in the store. But my grandma told me this one's a toaster oven. Crying toaster oven. The hat loses all its color. Sad. But then the man with the curly mustache comes in. And he sees the hat and he's so excited and it gets its color back. And then he puts the hat on and they're perfect together. They both turn a nice color. This whole book has a lot of colors. And then he buys it and he leaves and it's sunshine out and it's so nice and he's so happy. And then there's another man on the street and he wants a hat and it's gonna start all over with that man. And then the man with the mustache flies away with his mustache. I love this book. The Hat by Marc Maron. Okay, let's get down to it. So, what's going on with me? I'm dating a painter, and it's going well. She's like a real painter, abstract painter, big canvases, big colorful canvases. It's so nice to go out with somebody who I know, no part of me thinks like, I could do that. Like no part of me. It's a very healthy thing to not have that in a relationship. But she does these amazing paintings and I'm in awe of her. She's just this little, woman who's like, doesn't talk a whole lot. And I don't know where it comes from. She's just huge, beautiful, abstract canvases. Like, I'll have a day, I'll go by her studio, and I'll look at it, I'm like, holy shit, where does that come from? That's fucking amazing, baby. She's like, oh, thanks, baby. And then she goes like, well, what'd you do today? What'd you do today? And I'm like, it says we will all be immortalized as content. It's pretty good, right? I almost killed a kid. But it's going good, and I don't know, like, it's weird because I sometimes I don't know the point of a relationship, and she knows that I feel that way sometimes. Because, like, look, I'm, twice divorced, got no kids, I own my house, I don't need to be married again, I don't need to live with anybody, I don't need kids, I kind of just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do, and that's not a great dating profile. But she's hanging in there. We're doing okay. But I don't always know what the point of a relationship is. And I ask people, I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of a relationship? And they say things like, well, you don't want to be alone. And I'm like, I don't know. So bad about being alone, you just nap more, like. The hours between like 5 and 7 p.m. are rough because that's when you're just sitting there thinking like, other people have other people. And they're probably eating dinner together right now. But that's when you pull up Clomper porn and jerk off and nap. And then you wake up and it's dark out and you're like, yeah, it's like a whole different day. I'm gonna play guitar. And then people say like, well, you don't want to get old alone. And I'm like, nah, you're not really selling me. And then it always comes down to this one. Well, you don't want to die alone. Ooh. And my first thought is always like, well, get a fucking nurse. Seriously, get a nice Jamaican lady. Who would you rather have at your deathbed? Someone who loves you just like, oh my God! This is so awful, it's so sad, I'm so sorry, baby, I'm so sorry, it's so sad. Or just a woman looking at you going, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Let go, baby. Let go. See, like, I could have ended there, right? That felt like a good ending. Applause, I could have got right up, bowed, waved, thank you very much. But no, I'm still sitting here like an idiot. Because I think it's cynical. I think it's a little cynical. And I gotta live with this thing for the rest of my life, whatever I do on this thing. And I don't wanna leave it that cynical. I got a kitten. And I say kitten like that. I don't know when I decided to do that, but I'm committed. I say kitten. I don't know why, but I choose to do it. So I got a kitten. I did not want the kitten. I did not want it, and neither did my 2 older retired cats. They did not want the kitten. We were fine, the 3 of us, just hanging out comfortably, Monkey on the chair laying there, LaFonda laying over here, me sitting there just looking at them like, everything good? They're like, yeah, we're good. You want to play? Nope, that shit's behind us. Don't even think about picking up that laser pointer. Don't make us chase a lie for 15 minutes. We're on to the red dot, man. We're on to it. They didn't want a kitten. They did not want a kitten. But I came home one night after working, doing comedy. I lock up the house, I turn out the lights, I'm about to go to bed, and out on the front porch I hear, meow, meow, meow. And I'm like, what? And I go pull the curtain back, and there's this little, like 2-month-old black kitten sitting there. Oh. That's the proper response. That is not the response I had. My response was, oh, fuck. Now I gotta fucking love you now? And oddly, that's how all my relationships start. But I don't, why my house? Why my house? Why? I live way out east in LA County. I'm up in the hills. There are coyotes, there's skunks, there's raccoons, there's possums, there's cars. I saw no pregnant cats. I saw no other kittens. I don't know where it came from. Why my house? And when I'm confounded, I'll go mystical. So it went from why my house to who is that? Which one of my dead friends that I didn't have closure with has come back in this form to make things right? And that is one thing that that kitten did not anticipate, was being brought into a human man's house, be held tightly, and have the human man say, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" I got no answer, because it's a cat. But he fucked up my couch inside a week, destroyed an arm of the couch inside a week. So I'm pretty sure it's Dave. Dave died many years ago. There was some undone shit between us, and I didn't think I'd see him again because he was dead. But now he's living with me in the form of a black kitten I call Buster. And it's nice to be hanging out with Dave again. You know what I mean? Like, we went to high school together, and you know, we kind of, reminisce about high school. It was mostly me talking, and he just plays with a fake mouse. And like, I'm like, you remember that time we got drunk and saw Van Halen? He's like, I'm like, I knew you did, man. That was good times. That was good times. Old cats, not happy. Monkey, not happy. Kittens pouncing on him constantly, pouncing on him. So every time I look at Monkey, he's like, why? Why? God damn it. Why, Mark? I don't get it. God damn it. I didn't need this shit. I don't know how much time I have left. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Great crowd, real honor. I love you guys. Thank you very much.